but I'm tired of just making ends meet. See, I want to be blessed. I don't want to be blessed. I want to be blessed to be a blessing. You see, I want to live my life in the overflow. I want to have more than enough. Check this out. Well, it's time for me to start to elevate. Been down too long, time to graduate. Mount up my wings like an eagle, you see. Turn all my dreams to reality. Ain't nothing on this earth gonna hold me back from my heart desires. He promised that if I have faith, if I believe, faith the size of a mustard seed. I want to be blessed, to be a blessing. Prosperous life, no more stressing. That won't know me from the moon to the sun. He'll keep blessing me in that recession. I got to do something with this life he give. His plan for me, that's what I wanna live. As long as I got God on my side, the hater just gonna have to let me fly. Yes, I am in the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Yes, I am in the overflow. In the overflow. I'm blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Oh, yes, I am in the overflow. In the overflow. I'll be blessed when I come. Blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. Yes, I am in the overflow. In the overflow. Blessed when I come. Blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? See, we got to speak that thing into existence. Because it's gonna happen. You gotta believe it. In your heart, and in your mind, and in your soul. So you gotta repeat this after me. See what you say, so you can say what you heard. I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live. Come on, you repeat after me. Come on, say. I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live. I wanna be living. I got to be living. And I'm gonna live. Come on, speak this thing into existence. Let's go. I wanna be living. I gotta be living. And I'm gonna live.
Hey.
Your blessings is on the way. Blessed when I come, blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? Living. I want heaven in the overflow. Right here on earth. Blessed when I come, blessed when I go. Don't you wanna live in the overflow? In the overflow. Blessed when I come, blessed when I come. Don't you wanna live? Blessed when I go.
Hey. What's up, y'all? What's up with the bank and bounce, shawty? What's up with the bank and bounce, shawty? What's up, y'all? What's going on out there in YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch land? And welcome to Overflow, the Everyday People Show. This is the only show where me, you, your mama, and your cousin too get to just come on and do what? Chop it up. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing out there? What's up, Stacey Coleman in the building? Yeah. Yo, what you say? They do seem to be in their feelings. Yeah, they're in their feelings, baby. How you doing today? And welcome to Overflow, that people show. Don't show me and your mama, your cousin, dad, that you get to come on, chop it up. If y'all want to come on live, follow the link. The first post, the first comment y'all see is the live link. Y'all want to come on live and chop it up with your boys and girls, man? Y'all are welcome to do so. Today, we got a lot to chop up today. What we got lined up, what the topics are today, y'all. Okay, election season is right around the corner. Well, election season is here. I think early voting start Tuesday. Everybody bring out the heavy hitters, man, to Georgia, man. All eyes on Georgia, baby. All eyes on Georgia. Y'all got to stand up, Georgia. How y'all feeling, man? Do y'all feel like y'all in the mood to vote, man? What are y'all voting for, man? What issues y'all concerned about the most, man? We're going to chop that up a little bit. I'm interested to see where y'all people at, man. Are y'all voting at all? If you vote, what you voting about? If you ain't voting, why you don't want to vote? You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to get out and vote, man. I'm going to hold my nose and go vote. You know what I'm saying? What else we going to chop up? Deion Sanders, y'all. Oh man, that man. It was HBCU weekend, homecoming weekend, and Deion got some smoke, man. Deion got that smoke from them boys at Alabama State, man. Alabama State University, man. Them folk, I don't know, man. I think the honeymoon with Deion and HBCUs is over, man. These guys are tired of him getting all the limelight. But it say you ain't swag. He say you Eddie Robinson Jr. say, man, you ain't swag, man. Get out of here. You whack. You ain't swag. Do y'all think he is jealous of Deion because Deion getting all the attention? He's getting all the money, and he getting all the commercials. Y'all think you think this is he voiced it a lot of coaches around the SWAC when he said that because he said that with intentions and it got to Deion nerves, man. We're gonna chop that up, man. And also, ladies, black women in particular. Why are y'all acting like it's so hard to find some good black men out here? It's a lot of good black men out here. So what y'all think? Do y'all find it's hard to find good black men to date out here? And black men, are women disrespectful to y'all? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all feel like black women all just disrespecting our gangster? Y'all think black women are disrespecting our gangster out here, bruh? What's going on out here, man? Let me cut this fan on. It kind of warmed up in this place right here, man. But anyway, let me get my folks up in here. He's in Houston, Texas. He's watching his Astros making a run. They should be about the ninth inning. Last time that I checked, let me see what the score is, BT. What's going on?
It's 7-9.
It's
7-5, bottom of the ninth. And a runner on first, we down 2. And there's nobody else I'd rather have at the plate right now than none other than Jose Altuve.
Oh, 7-5. Are we almost like it came back? The final score was 7-6.
Yeah.
I hope the back's waking up, man. I kind of felt like we were gonna kind of like struggle early. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I was taking a couple of days off. But oh man, it just made it. Well, man, good luck, man, with your Houston Astros, man. I'm hoping for that I'm hoping for a rematch anyway, so you can find it. So you can find it where that hat, man. You never made good on your bet, man.
My brother's from Philly. He want them Phillies to get to the World Series against the Astros. So
nah, they got a gauntlet to get through. They ain't gonna make it through that gauntlet. Man.
They ain't gonna make it through that gauntlet.
We gonna buck back. We might run the table from here on out.
Is that right?
You know what I'm saying? We just had to get the cardwells out. That's it. They don't mess around and let them bat wake up, though. But anyway, man, what's going on with you, bro? I see you
same dirt, different shirt. What? High drama. There's a lot of drama in the SWAC, period. Deion is he's just the brightest fire in the SWAC, man. And man, I can't wait to talk about that, man.
All right, let me get my boy in here, man. Main one.
Hey,
man, what?
The real game come on at 7:37. Just FYI.
Who you a Yankee fan?
Yeah.
Astros own the Yankees.
He said
Astros have never lost to the Yankees in the playoffs.
Okay. Well, y'all had to win in game 1.
Who had the best record in baseball?
The Dodgers.
Dodgers. Why they showing the Yankees? I get the fans. The Yankees they kind of like the Cowboys.
Dodgers.
They come on last because
they come on at 9. Yeah. They on West.
9 Padres.
Okay.
Ain't nobody staying up for that shit, man. Please.
They're gonna be a good series, man. I think all these series are gonna be some good series, man. They're gonna be surprisingly good.
That West Coast shit way past my bedtime.
I wish we'd have took that game 1, man. Then we got to claw our way back in there. We got to go to Philly and get one now.
Yeah, we down to our last out now.
Y'all done, man. Just chalk it up.
Miss A, you there?
I'm here.
What's going on?
Hey, y'all.
You better show your face. We ain't seen you in 2 months, girl.
Oh, you ain't gonna see me in another month because I'm taking my hair down. You know, black girls don't play like that.
We ought to see that. See that we talking about. Y'all black, y'all respecting the black.
You can say what you want, but I'm here to defend us. So let's go.
Okay.
Rob, don't make me go get my scarf and have to put you together today, okay?
Oh, I love it.
Don't make the welcome back be the welcome back.
We want the welcome back. We want that smoke.
I miss y'all.
We want that smoke.
We miss you too, Ann.
I saw you. Let me see your face, Ann, or something. I don't even think it's the real you.
Don't worry about it. You'll know when your mouth get to going.
I think this is an imposter.
Nah, I'm ready. I'm locked and loaded. It's for all the weeks I done missed.
And were you wearing braids?
I'm wearing added in locks, like lock hair around my natural hair.
Well, you need to put a pretty picture up there or something for your avatar or something.
Listen, they know what I look like. The fans came to see me anyway. They know what I look like.
Don't say they need to see you. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Go to my Instagram. Follow me, Miss Perfect. Instagram. That's what
you want. And you want me to send you one of my avatars? I got plenty of them.
Send me one.
Right. It's a picture of her?
No. Right.
It's gonna be a good one.
Oh, he gonna see
the big man.
He gonna see.
Y'all better bring in a new picture for the big man.
Picture of Trump or somebody.
Rob, why you ain't ask me what I've been up to?
Oh, how you been up? I can't see you. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. What you been up to, Ann? How you been?
I've been wonderful, y'all. I've been great. Just working and schooling. That's all.
Oh yeah. I see you cheerleader mom. You cheerleader mom now.
I'm in the trenches.
You're in the trenches.
Yes. But Toot's been cheering since she was 3, so this our life.
Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? The season ain't over with, is it?
Oh, no, it ain't over with. They on fall break this week.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good. You get to come on then.
I got a day off.
We gonna start on the topic that about that boy Deion, man. I don't know if you up on that Deion Sanders thing? You up on it?
Yeah, I seen the punch.
A punch? Hold on, you saw a punch.
You talking about Draymond?
Oh, I seen the shove. I'm sorry, I seen the shove.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So you saw something I didn't see then.
Is the final score. Oh, look, heated exchange there in midfield between Coach Prime and Coach Eddie Robinson Jr.
I guess me being up front is just like, I thought it was a lot of disrespect the whole week. And so you're not going to be disrespectful the whole week in the media. We didn't talk in the pregame. I was out there the whole time at the 50-yard line. He walked through our whole our whole huddle on our end zone and came a long way around and get to his side of the field in the pregame. Thought that wasn't classy at all. And so in the postgame, I'm not about to give you the Obama bro. I'm going to shake your hand. I'm going to go on. I'm going to always be respectful and respect the game. You got the great guys, W.C. Gordons, Eddie G. Robinsons, those guys, Reno Chasm. I'm living on the shoulders of the swag. He ain't swag.
One of the comments that kind of disturbed me out of all the comments is that I'm not swag. Who is?
I'm swag. He ain't swag.
I got time today. Who is swag? If I ain't swag.
So he's in the conference doing a great job. Can't knock that. Got a great team. Son should be up for the Heisman Trophy winner. I love Shador. Great player. I love what he's doing for the conference. Probably one of the best things we had since that Steve McNair when he was in there. Love all of that, but you're not gonna come here and disrespect me and my team and my school, and then want to bro up.
If I ain't swag, who is swag? If I ain't swag, who is swag?
Shake my hand and get that on. Period. You got the W. Great job. I hope he comes back next year. I pray he don't get a Power 5 job. We can play them next year in Jackson, and I pray they put us for their damn home.
Baby, who is? One more.
Coach, would you describe it? Were you just trying to pull away from his handshake there?
Yeah, I was just pulling away. I mean, we handshaked and that was it. I mean, it ain't no need for no embrace. You know, we ain't friends. He ain't never called me. I ain't never called him. Great player. Shit, everybody wanted to goddamn be prime time as a little kid. All right, great player, all of that. Played against him, got tons of respect for the guy. Doing a great job as a coach, but you can't do all that stuff all week. And then you come back, put your backup quarterback, and you want to run a hitch and go to try to put more points on the board. Shit's disrespect. Game was out of line, 26-12, 40 seconds left. We had no timeouts. Take a damn knee. You want to try to run a hitch and go. So we started blitzing. We're going to knock him out the game too. So that's how we got to play it. I mean, it ain't no quarters given. So you want to do that, don't come with me and try to bro hug me like we're friends. We ain't friends. You didn't shake my hand before the game. Why you shaking my hand after the game? Period. That's it.
So what y'all think going on with this, man? Y'all think these other coaches got some kind of resentment toward Deion, man? Because he's sucking all the life out of the sweat.
He sound like a girl that ain't get asked to the prom.
Kid grabbing it. What's going on? You know?
Very sassy.
I mean, what did Deion Sanders do? All he did was help sell out his damn stadium. That ain't never happened before. Damn. I mean, what else do you want the man to do?
Yeah, but a lot of time, I think all the attention is on Deion, and I think a lot of coaches around the league don't really like that.
Astros win.
Yeah, but that's some hater ass shit, man. That's some hater ass shit.
Y'all got to excuse Brett, man. He watching his Astros, man. What y'all won?
Yeah. Alvarez hit a 3-run shot, bottom of the ninth.
I'm gonna cut the damn TV off there, man.
Woo! My bad. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry.
Kid Gravity, what's going on, man? We got a new person here. Kid Gravity, you muted up, bro.
How are you?
What's up, man? Welcome to the show, man. All we ask you to do be respectful to everybody comment, man. We'll be respectful to yours. Welcome to the show,
Yes,
Kid Gravity.
How are you?
Where you from, bro?
Originally New York, but I'm living in Atlanta right now.
Oh, that what's up, man? ATL in the house.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, but right now we talking about this Deion and Eddie Robinson Jr. story right now.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with that, man? You think a lot of coaches in the SWAC got a lot of resentment for Deion, man? I think they do, man. I think he echoed a lot. I think a lot of the regular SWAC coaches, they've been talking about this, man, and it boiled over with him. He would say, "You ain't SWAC." You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's bringing attention to the entire conference, so I don't know why they would be upset. This is only going to help you. This will help you get to the big conferences, get those big games. I mean, maybe they don't like the fact that he's a showman. I don't know. Y'all just gotta get over it.
I get all that. I get all that, but he's like, it's like you've been doing. Let's say you on your job all your life, and this new guy come in and he's getting all the raises, he's getting all the promotions, and you like, hold on, I've been doing this all my life.
Well, you need to go sit down and talk with him and figure out how he got all them raises.
Yeah, y'all might listen. Y'all gonna have to go. Y'all gonna have to go to the break room and settle it.
But what I'm saying, I'm just applying that to what I think is going on now. Everybody get how great Deion is, but his celebrity, I think he brought his celebrity and a lot of guys feel like they put in a lot of work, man.
Did they forget that Nick Saban is a celebrity? Did they forget that Les Miles is a celebrity and all these other coaches?
No,
he brought eyes to your conference where nobody else would care about it. Let's go.
I agree.
I think what gets lost in the sauce, and especially in our community, like Ann said, instead of reaching out to him and say, "Hey man, how can I, build my program, or how can I do what you're doing or whatever to get the attention you're getting? How can I do that? Instead of trying to get knowledge from them, the easiest thing to do is let me knock him. He ain't swag. Well, what the fuck does that mean? He ain't swag. Why? Because he didn't go to a swag school. He didn't graduate from a swag school. His daddy ain't a swag school. I just don't understand why.
I mean, y'all know exactly what he mean by you ain't swag. Just like saying, we might tell somebody like Candace Owen, she don't represent us. She ain't black. We know she black, but she ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Eddie Robinson played in the swag. That's why he said he ain't swag. I mean, I think that's an unfair shot at him too. But I understand. I see both sides of the fence. Like, okay, now Deion is very arrogant and he's very unorthodox. Now, the way he does things is unconventional. The way he's built his program is unconventional. But I'm not saying the way he built the program is wrong. But what he did was, I mean, he sent a lot of people that was on scholarship home that he didn't recruit, when he first got there. He worked that transfer portal and he built a powerhouse at Jackson. And more power to him. But he don't have to be on the road pounding, going to scouting out games like other SWAC coaches got to do. Deion's a celebrity coach. He's a CEO coach. He has his other coaches to do his dirty work. They do all his X's and O's for him. They call his plays for him. He does that. Deion is great for the SWAC, though. He's great. He brings good attention to the SWAC. He brings good. He brings that rivalry, that nastiness that it is. There's rivalries in the SWAC. I mean, and what Deion did before the game was disrespectful. It was walking up there and they warm up lines and all that. That's disrespectful. You don't do that. Bands have gotten in fights. Prairie View and Southern got in a fight back in the day for that very same reason. And also Prairie View and Southern got in a fight on Saturday for that reason.
Wow. That's crybaby shit. That's crybaby shit. That's crybaby shit. All I just heard was a bunch of crying. Damn near. Get in where you fit in.
Can I say something, please? Excuse me, Ann. First things first. Deion is not arrogant. Deion is confident. That's a fact. And the sad part about it is, people who have an issue with confident motherfuckers say that people are arrogant. That's a problem. That's straight up and down. Because the fact of the matter is, when you're arrogant, you think you're better than somebody else. When you're confident, you in your mind, nobody is better than you. It's a big ass difference. It's a big ass difference that's a fine line. People got to understand that. It's like when you're confident with who you are. But people take that as arrogance when they're not confident with who they are. That's one major thing. The second thing is, if people listen to what Deion said, Deion clearly said, what I do pregame, I've been doing since I started playing football, about running around. So that other part was bullshit. The other big thing about this is that I think people are looking too much into it. First off, you have two alpha males, and one of the alpha males had a beta moment. That's all. Seriously, like it wasn't that serious, because bottom line is, in that game, it's always been like that in football. Sometimes it happens like that. Plus, I don't think one coach besides him has an issue with Deion Sanders, because Deion Sanders has top black athletes going to HBCUs in football and basketball. That's major.
They're playing their games on main ESPN.
This shit.
I agree for 100%. I definitely don't think he did anything wrong.
Let me ask you something, though, Fool.
Let me finish my point. The fact of the matter is that back in the day, before we were around, when we were born, there's a bunch of NFL players from HBCUs who was in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, after a while, that shit stopped. The fact that Deion is bringing attention to HBCUs and have top, we talk about all-American athletes, even considering HBCUs. It ain't one HBCU coach that is upset, besides that motherfucker who is in his feelings.
Hey,
let me ask y'all something. But let me ask you something, though. Are those top players going Are they spread it out with?
Yes.
To the HBCU, or they just going to
Jackson
Jackson State?
No, they're
going. Just going to Jackson State.
Yeah, they just going to HBCU.
They're not just going to Jackson State.
What I'm saying,
I'm asking. I don't know. I'm asking. You know what I'm saying?
Rob, what I'm saying to you is this. First and foremost, is just exactly what BT said. Deion Sanders has tweaked the fucking system. He's not really recruiting motherfuckers. He's going to the transfer system to get people to come.
Right.
Now, as far as when I'm talking about all-American athletes, I think it was a top like 10 basketball player who was talking about going to an HBCU.
Yeah,
so,
what's the name? He went to Howard.
Yeah.
So the point is, he has people wanting to go because bottom line is this, and I've always said this: if you can ball, you can ball. It doesn't matter where you go. It's about how you do it. Now, has things changed? Yeah. But all you got to do is go play in certain leagues and shit like that, and motherfuckers going to see you. It don't matter. If you can fling a ball 50 yards in the air, you can fling a ball 50 yards in the air. That's why Kurt Warner's ass got picked up at a fucking supermarket. That's what I'm saying. It just all depends. But now more our people are getting notarized, which is good. And
see, back in the 90s, they didn't have that exposure. You're right. Now everybody has, because everybody has Huddle, everybody has YouTube. Like scouts can see everybody now. Like you can see diamonds in the rough. You find diamonds in the rough. Now there's no more rough. There's no more rough. You can find, if you're out there playing and you're doing your thing, you're gonna be noticed by professional scouts. Bottom line, you know. But there are certain protocols that's done in football, like what the coach is talking about. They was up 26-12, and Deion throwing deep with his backup quarterback. That's whole shit. You know, that's weak. That's weak.
You don't think Tom Brady? Hang on, Tom Brady was doing that back in 2007.
Hey, but
running up the score on motherfuckers. Nobody was complaining like that.
Run up the score. You're gonna get your players hurt that way.
But check this out. It's my job when I'm on offense. It's my job to score. When you're on defense, it's your time it's your turn to play defense. Now it ain't my fault that your defense ain't shit. So play defense to the all zero. When it say zero, that's when the game over. Right now,
Jermaine, you're a coach. If your team up 50, are you still gonna have your best players out there shooting threes with 2 minutes to go?
Hold up.
You put the bench out there and let the bench play. What's the problem?
It's like an unwritten rule.
I'm gonna put my bench out there, but I'm not gonna tell them to stop trying to score. The object of the game is
that's probably the only time they gonna get to play.
Sit out there and hold the basketball for 5 minutes. Who does?
Wait a minute. But here's the thing, BT. You clearly just said Deion put his backup quarterback in and did it. If he put his backup quarterback in and did it, what's the problem? It wasn't the starting quarterback.
Hey,
put the backup quarterback. Call a run, a sweep, a toss, or kneel.
It's an unwritten rule. It's an unwritten rule, man.
Hey, if you want to play that game, you can. But you might suffer the consequences next time y'all play.
Let me ask Mr. Stafford a question, because you a Bulldog fan, is you not?
Who, me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
okay.
Bulldog,
if Georgia was smacking Alabama 44-3 and Georgia put their backup in and he did a Hail Mary, would you be upset?
No, I would be upset, but it ain't a play I would think they should be called a Hail Mary.
Would you get on your YouTube after the game celebrating and say the backup quarterback shouldn't have thrown for a 50-yard touchdown pass against Alabama?
I wouldn't say that, but I would understand why Nick Saban would be upset.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would understand that.
All right.
You can't get you allowed to be upset if that man did it to you, but that should serve as a warning. Like, next time I'm gonna get this man, and you got to get your team primed for the next game, because every other team that you're gonna play after that saw that. They gonna think you hoes at that point.
It's like
y'all gotta get ready.
So Rob, is what you and BT saying? Y'all just want them to win a little bit, just win just a little bit.
He wanted to be close.
Listen. No, once the game over with, it's over with. Ain't nothing you can do once the game.
It's all for the game over in the fourth quarter. It could be over.
If you're 40-10 in the fourth quarter with a minute left, the game over with, man. Y'all know football. It's over with.
Or what if Eddie Robinson put his defense on jailbreak blitzes and then hurt the quarterback and then Heisman campaign all the way?
Wait a minute. If Deion can't see that jailbreak blitz coming, then he don't need to be coaching. He got to say, listen. They pissed off. They coming at that quarterback. My own line, you better go out there and save that man, or y'all gonna be doing.
It's only 5 of them. It's only 5 of them. If you send 8, 9 dudes, you can't stop it.
That's your O line. That's your O line's job. It's 10 of y'all on there. Y'all go save that man.
Hey, so basically, all we got is Eddie Robinson Jr. He's my man off of Harlem Nights. Y'all remember in the first scene when my man lost the dice game? He was like, "Look, man, if you would have won, we'd have had to give up money. Take your no too fast on and get on down the road. That's it. Hey man, take your loss and get on."
But see, the thing in that, I think what he was saying was it was like I said, it was bigger than just that game. I think it was something I think a lot of coaches
he been feeling that. He been feeling that. Of course, he been feeling that. And I don't think he's the only coach in the SWAC been feeling that.
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's not the only coach.
We'll find out.
But guess what? All y'all coaches in the SWAC, if that's how you feel, get your social media game up. Because when I'm on Instagram, I see Deion Sanders all down my timeline is Deion Sanders, Jackson State, Deion Sanders, Jackson State, Deion Sanders, Jackson State.
I don't think they're gonna be mad if they get to play. If Jackson State get to play Notre Dame in the near future, I don't think they'd be mad.
And here's the other thing about Deion Sanders, and this is why I know that the other coaches aren't mad. If you listen to a full Deion Sanders interview, he's not just blowing up Jackson State. He's bringing up multiple HBCUs, what needs to be done, and why are these programs not like the other programs. That's why I said that right there, what happened with Homeboy, that was personal. That was straight personal.
Yeah, exactly.
That was straight emotional or whatever. And it is what it is. We human.
It was very sassy.
Yeah, like we but us being humans, everybody can have a human moment. Because once again, now this is what you got to think about marketing and branding and all of that shit happens. I guarantee you, as a coach, when he recruits, he's going to have a conversation with a recruit and say, "Did you see that shit that Deion Sanders did? I want you to come here so we can whoop that ass." And he's going to be able to use that on those recruits that probably live there. Who, if there is a rivalry, anybody who has a beef with Jackson State, as far as a recruit, they don't like that particular program. They might have grown up like that. Those are the recruits he's going to be able to go after, and they're going to come. That's a marketing ploy. I'm not mad at that. None of us should be mad at that because it's called competition.
I agree, but I think a lot of the coaches around the league think Deion is coming in. He's going to suck the air out.
Away their money. That's they never like that man because he's going to take away the top recruits in a couple of years.
Remember what he said in his interview. Don't go to the Power 5. Come back next year. See, they always thinking that Deion is coming in. He gonna take what he can take, and he's going to a Power 5. That's why he said that.
Okay, Rob. We got our people on this platform right now, and I'm gonna make this statement. And if you don't believe me, it is what it is. There is no way that's humanly possible that Deion Sanders is going to go and leave Jackson State. If Deion Sanders were to leave Jackson State, I would. Okay, here's my question. Here's the reason why I'm saying that.
He interviewed for 3 jobs last year.
For what? And did he take
TCU, Arkansas, and another school? He just didn't get the jobs.
Okay, so once again,
hold up before you say that. Deion Sanders right now could have Florida State's job right now.
Yes.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know. They didn't choose him.
They would fire that dude right now if Deion Sanders said, "Hey, I want to come back to my alma mater."
No, they chose him over Deion. They chose him. The coach that took over Deion.
He had 3 interviews in Florida State. Wasn't one of them.
Right. I'm telling you.
They
didn't pick him to interview.
It makes no sense for him to leave.
Exactly. Here's my point. With the reason why I'm saying this. Deion Sanders is one of the greatest football players, one of the greatest athletes we've ever seen in history.
Correct.
Deion Sanders bases his reputation on his word. Do you honestly believe that Deion Sanders would leave this program based on all the shit that he said? Because it's a matter of for what reason. It ain't money. Deion Sanders.
You're right. You're right. You're right. He's worth $40 million.
Deion Sanders brings recognition no matter what, no matter where he goes. And if I'm not mistaken, y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, Deion Sanders is not even taking the salary. I think if I'm not, if what I heard was right, he's taken the salary and put it back into the program. So with all of that being said, why would he go to? Because he's proven that he can coach and he can win based on what he's doing, and he's showing that type of strategy to the other HBCUs. He's not going to do that because it doesn't make any sense.
It's easy for us to say he don't need the money.
Yeah, if this was 10 years ago, and I would probably say I would probably agree with you. But now you got the transfer portal. Wherever he goes, take his son with him. You know what I'm saying? So I think he might. Part of me saying that Deion wants to wait it out while until his son graduates or finishes and goes to the NFL, or he can just take his son and go if he wants.
Do you understand how that's going to look if he gets his son into the from an HBCU into the NFL and he starts?
Hey, I mean, if he does, if he goes to another, it's gonna look bad. But the SWAC has already reaped the benefits of Deion. You know, we have to deal with the ESPN Plus now. You know, we have that's because of Deion. You know, this is. I mean, he's done what he's supposed to do.
Make that
man commissioner. I would love for. I'm a SWAC fan. I would love for Deion to be there for 15, 20 years. I would love for him to be there, but I don't think that's realistic.
Deion Sanders is going to
make him commissioner of SWAC once his son leaves.
I'm gonna give y'all somebody who I'm trying to compare this situation with. Who y'all hate him too? Y'all what his name? Who always show up at a Black Lives Matter thing? Or what his name? The lawyer
Ben Crump.
Ben Crump. He's like the big. He could be potentially the Ben Crump of HBCU. Eventually, Deion ain't gonna leave. And I think everybody. You know what? I think everybody think Deion in it for the long haul.
Eddie Johnson was Ben Crump for that moment.
I think Deion eventually gonna leave, and that's why everybody gonna dog him. And he gonna get killed when he leaves.
Deion
in a box.
Deion Sanders is going to coach until he doesn't want to coach anymore. That's number one, because unlike a lot of other coaches out there, a coaching job does not make his life. Deion Sanders takes pride in what he's doing. This is the impression that I get. And he takes pride in everything that he's doing right now and the way he talks about the HBCU experience and everything like that. I do not believe that he's going to leave for a top, because once again, for what reason? It makes
Deion ain't leaving until he gets to a bowl game.
I hope he don't either. I hope he don't leave either. But what's going to happen when these recruits they decide to go on to the Power 5 anyway? You know what I'm saying?
And that's on them. He can't stop
it. That's going to happen. That has been happening. That's the whole point. Because the crazy part about it is by him taking advantage of how the transfer shit works, it allows for those top tier athletes to get recruited either by the HBCUs or the Power 5s. So once again, all it's going to do is going to help those kids get scholarships and shit like that. I really just hope that it keeps happening with HBCUs. I love what's happening because I'm a product pretty much of Morgan State, and Morgan State has produced a bunch of NFL players. So me having HBCU lineage, I mean, I didn't graduate from there, but I was going there from the age of 7, and I got history with Morgan State University or whatever. It's bringing that back. And the one thing that a Power 5 school can't ever touch with a motherfucking HBCU is homecoming. Period. Those experiences, that type of experience, you can't put a price on. And it's coming back like that. That shit is really,
Vincent,
really
you forgot he was on TV for a decade.
Yeah.
He don't need to go back to TV. And what's he going to do to go to the NFL? He's going to be lost in the shuffle.
Deion is great, but he ain't the Pied Piper for 5-star athletes to be starting to come to the SWAC or come to HBCUs. He's got to go to a bowl game to get that. He's making. I mean, the bowl. They're eligible for only one bowl, which is the Celebration Bowl, which Deion and them they lost last year. Now, Deion is making a positive impact, but let's not get ahead of ourselves to think that that these big time players, they don't have. All right, the three things you need for a powerful college football program is you need facilities, you need great coaching, and you need of course the athletes. And the way to get the athletes is the great coaching and the facilities. See, the Jackson has the great coaching, and they're starting to get some of the athletes, but they don't have the facilities. They can't like Texas A&M. Texas A&M has a $200 million facility. You know what I'm saying? Like the HBCUs can't compete with that. It's unfair.
He has to win a bowl game.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna be quiet on this issue. Once Deion Sanders wins either a bowl game or a game against one of those teams or whatever, watch what's gonna happen. Because it turns into, oh shit, I can go to an HBCU and we can actually beat one of those teams. It's just a matter, and the whole thing about it is it's just a matter of time. Because the one thing about I really don't fuck with college football like that. I don't watch football no more anyway, but that's besides the point. The fact of the matter is, when you start talking about Florida athletes, when it comes to football, they always got the speed. But then it turns into they missing out on the coaching. I personally believe that better coaches are going to start going to these HBCUs, which is going to produce better players. That's what Deion Sanders is also bringing. It ain't got to be an NFL player, but it's attracting those. Because didn't what's the name? Any coach in the HBCU?
Eddie George. Eddie George.
Nah, not Eddie George. The one that coached the Browns when they fucked him over.
Hugh Jackson.
If I'm not mistaken,
he's coaching Grambling.
So he's at an HBCU. This is what I mean. Like, it's going to be a trickle down and trickle up effect over time. And to be honest with you, who's going to benefit? The kids.
But this
program.
But Deion he's already said that it's going to take time. He said,
it's going to take time.
How long has he been there already? What's this? His second year?
It's his third year.
His third year, right? He's already said we can't compete with the Power Five. He said, you know why? Yeah, skill wise, maybe in the skill position, yeah. He said, but where they win at, those Power Five schools win at, is the offensive lines and defensive line. Those guys are so fucking damn big. It don't matter if you got the skill position there. If you can't get through the hole or make a hole, then it don't make no difference. He said once he starts recruiting those type of players, then he'll be able to compete with the Alabamas, the Georgias, and the Power Five schools.
He got to pay for Notre Dame to come down there. They got to pay for Notre Dame to come down there or Boise State.
I think the biggest hurdle is the PSL. The big colleges is going to be able to get these kids these huge endorsements.
The NIL deal,
yeah. I meant to say the NIL. They're going to be able to get these kids these large endorsements, man.
Right, right.
And HBU ain't going to be able to compete with that because they're not going to be, the kids aren't going to be visible enough to push a product. You know what I'm saying?
There was a rumor that kid Hunter got $1 million deal, but he didn't.
Because you got social media. Hell, Mikey Williams don't play for not one goddamn Power 5 school, and he got an H&I. He ain't even out of high school yet.
Right.
So it ain't about what school you at. It's about your social media presence. Man, right now, all it's about is social media presence. If you got a following, a big following, they going to throw some money at you because they
want that exposure.
They're going to get the exposure.
You're right. But a lot of these kids, like offensive linemen, they don't have a big following on social media. But University of Texas already has an NIL deal locked in for every offensive lineman to make like $50K off the rip. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard to compete with.
But guess what? If you 6'7", 300-something pounds, you're gonna be on somebody goddamn field. I don't give a damn who you are.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You're gonna make some money some damn where. So,
it's nuanced. But like I'm telling you, the boosters at these Power 5 schools, they run the show. They run the show. They have all the money. They can shift it around so where these kids can get them, and they got the pull, and they're gonna get the majority of the players. That guy Travis Hunter that went to Jackson State, he's the first 5-star player to ever not go to a Power 5 school. I mean, that's the first time in history. You know, we got Texas Southern as a quarterback. He's a 3-star player. He's the highest rated dude we've ever gotten. So they got it on lock. They got it on lock.
All right, fellas, we're gonna move on to the next topic, man. We're gonna chop up this a lot of black women out here, man, saying y'all fellas, y'all hard to find out here, man. What's going on out here, fellas? You know what I'm saying?
Let me start with
black
this.
women say
Please
that?
let me start with this.
What black women said that?
Let me do my video. Let me play my video. You know what I'm saying? What you say?
What black women said that? Did a black woman say that, or
Leave them
multiple black women
divestors
said
alone,
that?
man. Let them talk.
Hey, what?
Let me get the video play. Come on, sister, say something.
Push the space bar.
Put the what?
Push the space bar.
Black community.
Oh man, you taught me something.
So different.
I wanted to hop on this because what she said is very, very, very accurate. Dating in the black community, especially for black women, is very, very hard. I mean, normally when a black guy comes to you and says you want to get together, you want to hang out, you want to go out, it's code for do you want to come back to my place? There has yet to be any black guy who has asked me to go out with them, and they have not said, oh, we're just going to go back to mine. And then my ex did take me out on dates, but like, I told him that I hated planning anything because I'm always the planner for everything. And the day before the date, he told me to think of everything. So I had to do that. Then he didn't have no car, even though he lied and said he did. So we took mine and I let him drive. But then he looked over and said, oh, yeah, I don't have a driver's license. So we had to switch and I had to drive. Then when we got there, I had to pay for like half the food. And that happened for like every single one of our dates. So when white guys started asking me out on dates, they actually took me out. And I had like anxiety because I didn't know how to even function in that setting.
Let me get this. Let me start this. I'm really starting to get tired of these divestors, boy. Okay. How do you date somebody and don't know if they have a driver's license? That means they don't have ID. How are you going out on these dates and you grown? How are y'all drinking? I'm not even going to get into that. You chicks, stop dating dusty dudes. It's not that hard to investigate these dudes before you get into relationships with them. This shit is starting to get annoying. Dating is what it is. It's a process. But you have to do your due diligence. It's not on us to tell you everything. There's certain things we got to keep close to the vest. Just like there's certain things females got to keep close to the vest. But one time it don't work out. Oh, I'm going to go date white guys now. Like that's better. So you're trading in somebody that you can vibe with outside of mutual interests based on the fact that you're both black. So you both should have similar experiences that you guys can relate to. You're going to a white person who's probably either going to claim they love you, but in reality, they just want to fetishize you. And you think that's better. And then when it falls out, you're going to be the first one on your TikTok to start crying, coming back to the black community. I'm going to need these divestors to shut up. Seriously.
What the hell did I jump in? What did I miss?
Hold on, you ain't missed nothing. You missed
a divester.
So here's the thing. First of all, Homegirl video only got 30 views, so she can't speak for us. Okay, she
that was me. That was something I did earlier in the day.
No. You can't make her have 30 views. She had those on her own.
That was my story.
Ain't nothing you can do to save her. I'm about to eat her ass.
I'm trying to listen.
Let this black woman. Let this black woman go on.
Here's the thing, sis, and all you sisters. Okay, so if you're telling me all the black men that you've ran into have been this, that, and the third, baby, what's the common goddamn denominator in all of this? You. The problem is you. The problem is not these individuals making you. Maybe you're seeking out the same type of man. I ain't never had a man ask me to pay for absolutely anything on a date. I ain't never had a man ask me to go back to his house because he already knew what time it was based on what I showed him up front. Don't even come at me like that. I ain't never had a man to ask me, hey, you want to take your kids to the center? They know it's not an option to take my kids to the center. So, baby, it's a reflection of what you're requesting, what you look like, what you're vibing with as to why you're getting what you're getting. I don't get tried by men, period.
Well, maybe you're an outlier.
No, I'm not.
No, ain't no outlier.
Don't let these like TikTok want to go virus heifers make y'all think that we be out here dragging black men. Baby, it's plenty of them out here. I run into them every single day. They're out here. But guess what, sis? They not out here to pay all your bills. They not out here to meet all of your needs. They not out here to party when you don't have the money to party. They're not out here to pay for your homegirls. So if that's what you're looking for, baby, you got to go somewhere else. That's not, you're dating to see what you can get, not dating to find love. It's a major difference.
Hey, Miss Ann, you know where they got to go, right? You know they got to go to Dubai for that.
No,
And
they
you know
right
what the
here.
and you know what the trade-off is.
Okay, mine is homegrown, baby, and he don't miss a beat. I don't pay for nothing.
There you
I don't
go.
touch a door. I don't know what. Listen, when I take my purse outside, when we go, all I got in there is lip gloss and a cell phone, sweetheart. I don't know what nobody's talking about. Okay, that's all I have in my purse. I don't touch.
You got to
doors.
understand though, too, Miss Ann.
None of that
That's
exists.
all them college girls. Them college girls don't know what love is. They know what puppy love is. That's something different.
Let's not pretend like we would.
Baby, take a reflection of yourself to see why you're getting what you're getting. Why are you attracting what you're attracting?
Let's not pretend like we're not hearing this out here in these street. Women who say I choose to be single. You know what I'm saying?
Who you hearing it from?
But who you hearing it from? You
Are
hearing
you
from the
hard
chicks
to
that are
please,
single.
Obviously, she made the post.
But that's what I'm saying, brother.
It ain't just that woman. It's just this one woman posted. I posted.
But clearly, you ain't had no discussions with this man because you don't know
This
nothing.
is what
You're disappointed.
myself and Miss
Day of
Ann are
the day.
saying.
You should be disappointed if you waited till the day of the date to get all the information that you needed to know.
There you go. Exactly. That's what we're saying. These chicks don't know what love is. These are chicks in college. That's probably like their second boyfriend. They don't know what goes on in there.
Nah, this
High
grown
school is
women
way different
too.
than life.
Grown women too, just like
Exactly.
grown men.
And it's
These are broken
women too.
Grown men,
No,
grown
but what
women.
I'm
This is
saying
a
is these
people
are broken
thing.
chicks.
This go back
I'm
to
just
what
gonna
I
come
always
out
say. This
saying
is a people
they
thing.
broken.
This ain't got nothing to do with men or women. This is a people thing. People want to try to go out and find somebody to take care of them. Ain't nobody taking care of nobody, okay? If it ain't 100, just get out of it.
And what is 100,
Be alone until you find
That
something.
means I'm gonna give my all, and you damn sure better give yours.
But you just
But
say
if
you
I
don't
only
take.
give you
You
half
just
of
say
me,
you don't take nothing but your cell phone with you.
Ain't got nothing to do with money.
But it's the man she's dealing with where she's comfortable to do that.
right? Because guess what? This man that I'm with has put me in the most feminine energy I've ever been in my life. So therefore, I don't have to take a purse with me.
Go ahead, sis.
But guess what?
And if something go wrong, she got Uber on the phone, right?
Anything that he wants, he's gonna get it. Period.
Miss
Hands
Ann,
down. He don't have to ask twice off the muscle. Baby, I
Miss-
want such and such. Say less.
Miss Ann, and if something go wrong, you got Uber on your phone, right?
What?
You have
Absolutely.
Uber on- there you go.
So
Absolutely.
she has an exit strategy
no,
ready.
No, and I'm never gonna put myself in a position that if he stopped doing X, Y, Z today, that my life gonna drop. Baby, life gonna push on because I got me when he ain't got me.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I say to this is the fact that social media and the way the media works, period, it always brings out the bad shit. It's always going to promote and push the bad shit. They want to talk about what our men are doing, how relationships are, how we got absentee fathers, how our women are whores and shit like that. But what they don't talk about is all of our children per se that go to college, all of our families that have a 2-parent home. They don't talk about that shit. That's not glorified. You know why it's not glorified? Because it's not news. That's the type of shit they don't want to talk about. They never will ever promote our togetherness. They will never promote how there's a bunch of people out here who are co-parenting in a good way. Ain't no problem. They don't talk about the fucking quote unquote broken relationships where the mother and father actually are still cool as fuck with each other. They don't do that. All they want to do is push and promote the bullshit where you seeing women keeping kids from their fathers and shit like that.
I wouldn't dare keep my kids from their father. Do you understand me, baby?
And they
I got a
also-
bad pack. Anytime you ready, let me know. The bag is on go.
And they also want to put, like, what they don't talk about is the system put in place to separate our families. And I say our families, not other families, but our families. All this shit has been planned, plotted, and it has succeeded. But we, and I always say this, we have to be our own media. We have to promote the positivity and shit like that because they're not going to do it.
Yeah. I just feel like the negativity is going to always exist. That's what balanced the world. It's up to you to pull out what's important to you, what applies to you, and push back whatever doesn't. I watch stuff on social media all day long, but that don't make me go walk around and say, oh, niggas ain't shit, because I see. Exactly. I don't care nothing about that. I look at it and laugh and think, damn, sis, that gotta suck.
Right.
Exactly.
And food, not to mention that it's not news, it's not profitable.
Yeah, they're demonizing marriage now.
I just think people got to stop taking who they like and trying to make it into who they're going to marry. Like it has to be organic. Whatever you got going on has to be organic. But you can't go meet a dope boy and say, you know what, I'm just trying to convince him to get a 9-to-5 since he ain't.
I wanna touch on something else based on how the media is.
Well, what is you eating?
Turkey wings and motherfucking collard greens.
Sheesh!
Turn your camera off. Turn your camera off.
Look, goddammit. I cook these turkey wings myself.
I feel you. Turn your camera off.
Now, here's what I'm gonna say to this: the black dude that played in the new Star Wars movies, he just did an interview on the Breakfast Club, and he highlighted how he only fucks with black women. He got ridiculed over the shit. I'm saying, what the flying?
Yeah, he got drugged for that. Yeah, boy.
But the point is, why? So it's a problem when we want to promote self-love and staying in our race and shit like that. But when other people do it, it's cool. Once again, that is a fucking problem.
But fool, let me correct you on that a little bit. Let me correct you a little bit. It's only when black men say that. Only when black men say they dating black chicks exclusively, it's a problem. Black chick says it, nobody got a problem with it. Any other race say it, no problem. When we say something, everybody got to scrutinize it. And that's incumbent on us as men. We got to change that.
I beg to differ. Black women get scrutiny when they dating white men. A lot of it. They expect us to
not that
be
much.
I just think you should be with whoever gonna make you happy. I don't really care what color they is. I prefer black, extra black. As black as you can be.
But when black women say she dating a white man, she get praised for that.
No, not in my. Well, maybe where you at, but not where I'm from.
Serena Williams didn't get praised
for
marrying that white man.
For me, not for me.
From you, I didn't say. I'm not saying for you. I'm saying the collection of black women. She got praised all over the place.
Y'all want to speak for us as a whole. Not all of us felt like she was doing wonderful things.
No, I'm not saying all of y'all. What I'm saying is most black women were like, "Hey, go do you, sis? That's cool." Now they change their tune because now that man's starting to turn on her. Now they starting to change their tune. And a lot of these divestors as well, they coming out and things are happening to them. And now it's getting those same chicks that were praising white men. Now they starting to think. They're like, damn, maybe every white man ain't that great. Because they'll take the lowly white man and say they better than a 6-figure black man. Where we do that? I think
people are people. Once we people are people. White women get done in. Chinese people, people are people. Mm-hmm. And that's just it. You know, I don't think that any race is more horrible than the next race when it comes to a man or a woman.
You would be
well,
not the way they be telling it out here, but
I hear you saying what they be telling them, but what be actually going on?
Oh, they want to demonize us every day. You know that.
No, I don't, because the sisters that I'm around love black men. We empower, we lift up black men. So I don't know.
Yes, ma'am, and that's who we trying to lift up. We got to get these divestors out the paint. I don't associate
myself with a woman that would drag a black man. So I just don't know.
Y'all got to get these divestors in check. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got to have a summit. All y'all get together. Y'all got.
I'm not having nothing. If she want her life to be like it is, sis, have at it.
I mean, I think what it is a small percentage of women like Ann. That the percentage you are, like Rob said, you are an anomaly, and the people like you is a very small percentage. I work in high school, and I'm around these young girls all the time, and when they come up and they talk to me, and these boys ain't, and who they getting that from? They getting it from social media. They getting it from their mama. So they learning that shit from home. And they bring that shit to school, and they walk around. And to me, it's really disheartening to see how they interact with our young men, because it's so disrespectful. It's just, I'd be like, yo, you can't do that. I try to talk to them. I try to talk to the young men, but we have a generation of kids who are being raised by dysfunctional ass fucking damn adults.
I disagree with you a little bit, Jermaine, because I think there's a lot more women like Miss Ann than you're giving credit for. I think that I think those women that you see on social media going viral, those are the lowest common denominator women that always can't hold on to a man, is because they're the ones they're attracts flies, and they're attracting flies, and it's not the majority of women out there. I think it's a small amount, but they're very loud and they go viral.
Yeah, but you gotta think of it. Women outnumber us 8-1, 6 or 8-1. So when I say it's a small percentage, think of that percentage of women who think like that. That's what I'm talking about when I say a small percentage. I ain't saying it's I can't even put a percentage on it, but it's not a very high percentage that are high vibrating women out here. I refuse to believe that.
Because those women, the black women, they're the ones that's going to the HBCUs. They're the ones that's going to college and getting the master's degrees and all them. Those are the women that are the majority. It's not they're not in the minority of the ones that's on Section 8 and all that.
But just because
I don't want to hear an opinion from a woman that had a bad run in with a black man.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a run in with a black man, okay, fine. We've all had some type of incident with somebody, but that doesn't give you room to say all black men ain't no good because you had a run in or a disagreement, or you guys just couldn't meet in the middle.
The other thing, what I'll say,
get out of this paradigm of thinking that just because you went to an HBCU or you got a degree that you are a conscious thinking individual, or you think higher, because it's some ratchet ass motherfuckers that come
some
from
of the biggest coons come out of HBCU.
Master's degree and doctor's degree.
I was just gonna say me till somebody said coons.
I know some of them.
I would say this.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Very small.
Doctor's degrees that's ratchet as hell. You be like, damn, that's a motherfucking doctor. Like, yeah,
them nurses be ratchet.
I would say this based on what Ann
the CNAs,
what BT said, and what Jermaine said. I don't think that Ann is an anomaly. Ann is an anomaly on social media.
Right.
Like the problem is the energy that's being omitted by the real queens that are out here. They don't get the play per se out there like that. We don't see that because they don't want to promote that. That's the reason why we have the Love and Hip Hop's Atlanta's, the fucking Housewife. They always want to show you and promote fucking dysfunction. You know what doesn't play well on those shows? The motherfuckers who like Remy Ma and motherfucking Papoose, they not on that shit no more. Why would they be? Because it's promoting actual black love. They had their shirts and everything promoting that shit. Guess what? They ain't on that motherfucking show no more because that doesn't quote unquote sell to them.
No controversy sales.
We have to be our own media and pushing out this shit. We can't.
I want to hear from that. I want to hear from that elder sister in the corner.
For me?
Yes, ma'am.
I was agreeing with what Fu said. We have to put out the positivity for our black relationships. I love black men. Now, however, I'm not to say that I haven't dated outside of my race, because I have, but I love black men and I'm in a healthy relationship with the black men. But doesn't mean that I haven't had my troubles in the past and not have healthy relationships. Just like he said, every time there is a positivity about having a black man and a black female in a positive relationship, a healthy relationship, it's not promoted as much as the negative stuff. And as you can tell, if you pay attention, we really don't have a lot of black shows that are on TV anymore. And we also, when you pay attention to commercials, they do not promote a black man and a black woman as a black family when they do commercials. You will either see a white man and a black woman, or you'll see a black man and a white woman, and they'll have mixed kids. They do not promote a African American family at all. Pay attention to you when you pay attention, watch commercials. They don't promote that because it is a point. We talked about this last week. They want us to be separated. But we do the separation. It's like I got a candy addiction. So you drop all the candy in my yard or on my porch because you know I got a candy addiction. So you gave me all the tools to destroy myself.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Like we don't promote Russell Wilson and Sierra, but we promote Krishan and Blueface. We
It's
do
always
promote
the
the
negative.
foolishness. Yeah, it's always the negative and the toxic relationships. I mean, I understand that stuff is entertaining and it's fun, but it's not real. It's not real. It really isn't.
It's not real, but when it pertains to social media, where the people want their social media credit or status, then in their mind it's real. But at the same time, just like Boo said, we have to be the ones putting out the positive images that we want to see. That includes in movies, commercials, TV shows, in real life, in social media, wherever it is. That's what we need to do.
So, Tina, let me ask you something. What advice would you give a black woman who is having issue with who want to date within their own race but having issues with a black man, with black men who can't find that what they call a high value black man? I guess you look for high value black men. Boy got killed for that. What did Captain Samuel? He used to get killed for that, telling black women you don't deserve high value.
Anyway, back to let me answer. If you are a black woman seeking a quote unquote high value black man, make sure that you're a high value black woman. A lot of times, and I'm going to speak this, and I'm probably going to get bombarded with all kind of stuff, but I don't care. A lot of times, we are seeking what we're not willing to give. And that goes back to last week's conversation when we talked about, are you healing yourself? You do not take your brokenness to another person and expect to be in a healthy relationship because you are bringing all the baggage. I can't be the bag lady and come with all the baggage and expect this man to be my all in all and heal me, because I won't even recognize the type of love that he's trying to provide for me because I'm so stuck in the past, or I'm stuck in that narcissistic relationship, or I'm stuck in the toxicness of the relationships, my previous relationships. And also, we have to recognize, we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to have some honesty with ourselves. You got to look in the mirror. You got to tell yourself. You got to be honest with that stuff that's messed up about you. You got to be honest with the stuff that's messed up about you. You cannot sit up and act like your stuff don't stink, but then you want this man to come in and love you when you're not even physically or mentally loving yourself. And that's for men and women. We can't take our broken self to somebody else and expect them to make us whole. We have to be a whole being, and we have to have love for ourselves before we run ourselves on over there to somebody else. So for that, it is not hard to find a high quality black man out here to love you. You have to be what you want and what you're seeking. If you're not willing to give that part of yourself, then then you're not gonna get what you're seeking.
So let me ask you something. Why do so many black women take so much pride in being single? You know what I'm saying? If you go to the club, you get two songs they play in the club. That black women they finna get up and show out. That single lady
it's a facade. It's a facade. That is a 1,000% facade.
It is because we have been taught that we don't need a man. We have been taught, it's a programming. We have been taught, sister girl, you get your job, you get your house, you get your car, you take care of your kids. You don't need a man.
So are y'all teaching that
that's not true.
Who's teaching y'all that?
Anybody can pay bills. Anybody can go make a whole
let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. We put ourselves in a predicament where we say we don't need a man, and the actuality is everybody needs someone. We was not designed to be alone. You were not designed to be here alone.
Absolutely.
There is no way that you have a desire to be with somebody, and then you get with your single friends that's single, and they all thinking the same way that you thinking, and nobody is thinking in the realms of, I can find me a quality man and I could be in a quality relationship.
Absolutely.
I wanna say something based on something that Jermaine, a word that he said plenty of times. Too many things are transactional now.
Yes.
And unfortunately, due to society, everything is about money.
Yeah.
The one thing, it's a couple things you can't put a price on: companionship and peace of mind.
Yeah.
You can't put a price on that shit. That's the reason why there's certain people out there, whether it's the successful man with the woman that doesn't bring anything financially to the table, but that woman makes sure a home is good, or that very successful woman who is with this dude that on the outside motherfucker saying he don't bring nothing to the table. It doesn't matter what you think. It's about what the person who they're with thinks.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, so many people, and I'm saying this to a lot of people out there, so many people care about what people think about them. Now, the thing with me making that statement is a lot of people get to that feeling later in life. I've been like this since I was a kid. I don't give a fuck about what a person says about me. And I never have, because their words don't mean shit to me. My biggest thing has always been, if you have something to say it to my fucking face. Not too many people are going to do that. It's been like that, and it's still like that. That's why now it went from people being quiet, they won't come to your face, but you got all these motherfucking keyboard warriors. They do a lot of talking behind a motherfucking screen, but they have no heart. That's the reason why we're in the situation that we're in now, and not too many people want to live in reality. They might live in their reality.
Yeah.
But being in a reality with somebody else, especially somebody that you love and you care about, once you find that shit, y'all in y'all bubble. You don't give a fuck about what people think. I love hearing shit when people be talking about this, that, whatever. Guess what? That ain't me. I'm not dealing with that. And if it's like that on the other side, I don't know. That's the other thing. In 2022, and I know anybody around my age will get this. If you cheating and doing dirt in 2022 and don't expect to get caught, you a new fool. It was hard to cheat back in the day. So to be honest with you,
no social media.
If that's how you want to be, just be single and do your thing.
Exactly.
Don't put somebody in a situation where you're going to hurt them because you wanted to keep on being single. It's not that fucking serious, because guess what? Another person, a person's trash is another person's treasure. And believe me, there are plenty of good people, both male and female, willing to pick that shit up and treat them like they want to be treated. But the hard part is, are they willing to accept it? Because they've been hurt so fucking much. That's why it's bad when you got so many broken people getting into new relationships.
Yeah.
Nah, don't get into a full-blown relationship till the time is right. Fuck it. Go to counseling. Why not?
Go to counseling. Yes.
Fool, also, people have to understand the whole term dating. You know what I mean? A lot of people go into dating people and they think within the second date that you and I go on, I'm supposed to be committed to you. I'm supposed to have my whole life wrapped around you, forgetting that we are dating.
And let me say something to you, and I've said this a few times. People, I know you're looking like I'm crazy. I have never in my life used that word. In my life, I always heard that word on Different Strokes and motherfucking Facts of Life and shit like that. I'm like, I'm not putting that in my universe. If we gonna rock out, I'm saying that because that word right there, to me, we also have to be mindful of the words that we use. What we need to start saying is, especially us men, we need to start courting our women again.
Courting, yes.
I'll take that.
Fuck the
Go back to courting.
Because once again, we are the people who actually bring love into the world. That's our thing. But we've allowed the outsiders and the colonizers to dictate how we move. Nah, that's not the way.
What my main point is, everybody needs to be on the same page as far as what you got going on with whatever individual.
Yeah.
You can't assume because we've been on 2 dates that you and I are getting ready to get married. Nor can I assume that. I can't assume because you took me to dinner, I should be asking you for my rent money next week. That's not how things work. I think
And
people
that's what
have
he
this
said,
warped sense
transactional.
of what is supposed to be going on. You know, you may think because you're a very handsome man or a very beautiful young lady that certain things are just so supposed to be. They're
Right.
not, because this is what you've made up in your brain. That's not how things work. That's why you have to communicate with people to see where they are. What are you looking for? What are you trying to do? Do you just want somebody you can link up with at 2 a.m.? Are you looking for somebody you can take walks in the park with? Are you looking for a smoking friend? Like, what are you looking for? What are we trying to do?
Yeah.
Or you just want a cash app.
Absolutely. Hello. Is this going to be transactional?
Venmo.
Because, I mean, the thing is, people fail to realize there's somebody for everybody. And that thing you're looking for is out there. Just be honest about what you want.
To answer your question, you know, why a lot of single women, because you do hear that on social media, you know, I'm independent, I'd rather be single, I love being single. All that shit is a damn mask. It's all is a mask, and it's a mask that they put on because they don't want to face, like Latina said, they don't want to face that mirror. They don't want to do the work, the internal work of fixing their stuff, healing themselves. They don't want to do the work. So I'd rather put on this front like I'm happy and I'm single when you miserable as fuck. Because when one of your friends in the crew that's single end up with a man that find a man, you gonna see she gonna change that tune real quick. Talking about, oh, fuck that being single shit. I'm with my man, and that's how it works.
Because my friends know I'm leaving out the bar, baby. I'm on the way home. So I can't sit in here with you all night. I'm on the way to the house.
There's another side to that coin, Jermaine. Like, women have been demonized for being single, and a lot of women scream, "I'm single," because they saying it's okay to be single than to be with a sorry nigga, and I'm okay with that, you know. If you don't want to be that, but I don't think women. I think women, they have a single phase where they need to work on themselves. You know, it's okay to be single, work on yourself, and then go on to somebody else. Because once you get out of a relationship that didn't work, and you were part of the problem, then you can't just jump into another relationship. You gotta reboot and self-diagnose and figure out what works for you.
But are they admitting that they might be the problem?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. They could be.
Because it's easy just to go online and say it's that other person's fault.
Of course, because you don't want to, like he said, Jermaine.
Accountability is not strong right now.
I want to put this out there, for the ladies out there, and this is coming from a real one. Please, I'm like
what my man said. I'm sorry, I hate to cut you off, bro, but damn.
Go ahead and say it again.
Oh man, he said they can't find a good man because they have been brainwashed as to what a good man is. I say that shit all the time. You ain't wrote the script. You ain't wrote the narrative of what you listening to what somebody else telling you what a good man is. You have no clue what a good man is.
For all the ladies out there, I'm begging you. Stop blocking your blessings because you're doing certain things to yourself and you're not attracting the man that's supposed to be with you.
That's right.
The reason that I make that statement is mainly because of what's going on with all the fakeness that's out there. And I'm not talking about the superficial shit with the weave and the eyelashes and all that other. And I'm gonna say all that other bullshit because most men, they find that shit unattractive. But I'm talking about the women who are literally going and getting fake asses and doing all this shit to their bodies. Because what you have to realize is this: I'm not afraid to say I'm an ass man. I've been an ass man since I was a kid. But the key to me making that statement is this: I'm a real ass man. If I'm a real ass man, if I see some fake shit, you're not attracted to me. But the flip side to that is, by you doing that to your body, you're not attracting the man that will probably love you for exactly who you are, because you want that immediate shit and you're just going with the flow. Forget about the health issues. We ain't even gonna go into that. But when you start thinking about it on that level, it's sad. Because once again, why are women so quick to do it? And they so happy when they get it done, not realizing that once you get it done, all of y'all starting to look the same. That's not the way it's supposed to be. That's the reason why you got a skinny chick, petite chick, track running type of chick, thick, whatever. That's why it's like that. That's why you got cats out there that are chubby chasers. No, more power to them if you like that. Everybody likes something different. Keep it that way rather than being somebody that you're not. Because once again, why would you want to attract somebody who's honestly and truly not really attracted to you?
Right. She said they fake and shake. That's hilarious.
But they only want somebody to be on their arm. That's it.
Let me play this video real quick, man.
It better not be no stupid chick again.
Go ahead, BT.
Kid Gravity, I got a question for you. You've been using the word divestors. What does that mean?
Those are black women who run around and say that non-black men are better than black men. Essentially, they could be like they could be a homeless white person. They'll say that's better than a black man making six figures.
Oh damn! No.
Just because he's white.
Is that the same word for the vice versa? The black men that don't like black women.
Those, what the word we call them, fool? The black dudes that like the white women.
You know what though? What's so troubling is you can find a name for a black woman that black man.
No. I mean, he was able to roll that out like several times.
This word 1,000 times tonight, but you want to tell me what the black term.
I want to say this. I want to say this based on this particular.
And I really want to see your face when you do that.
Because you already know.
I want to say this based
Miss
on
Ed, you need to come on back because
basically a person can.
We say that he in the sunken place.
A person.
No, he need a name.
No, I'm gonna need I'm sorry, Pooh. We're gonna need another word, but go ahead, Pooh.
A person can love whoever they want to love. I don't have an issue with it. I have an issue with our people who talk shit about our people and say, I'm not fucking with them. I'm only gonna fuck with this, that, whatever. Right. But you actually were born from both of those. That's what I have an issue. That's why, for me personally, this is me personally. That's why I have an issue with certain people that are out there because you shouldn't be doing that. If you want to go do that, that's fine. But don't sit there and say, I ain't never gonna be with no black woman again. I'll never be with a black man again. But your parents got together. So you have a problem with their relationship. Without their relationship, your monkey ass ain't here.
Right.
That's where the issues come in at when you're downplaying who you are. Because those are the motherfuckers that really don't love themselves. That's my biggest issue with that one.
And what was the word for them again?
Divestors.
Got to be.
No. I'm talking about the men. I'm waiting on the word. Kid Gravity.
We call them divestors too.
All right, Tina, we're gonna have them a name by next week. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, because this is gonna be another continuation.
We call them passport bros. Save yourself, black men.
No, nothing. You got us sounding like we divesting out of South Africa. So I'm gonna need you to come better. You have to give us something else.
Well, let me play this.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, because that's what I was thinking the whole time.
They also call them swirlies. So you can use that.
No.
Let me play the Cliff dude right quick. It came from a Vlad.
He was on top of it earlier.
I know my guys don't like Vlad, but it came from a Vlad video.
Vlad, I'll be back.
I ain't watching no Vlad.
Feminist movement, right? Back then, when they was talking about social Black awareness, they came up with the feminist movement. Being independent, we don't need a man. We'll do everything ourselves. And the Black women hopped on board with this and marched up this mountain with these white women. But guess what? To this day, you never hear no nationality, no white woman say, I don't need a man. You don't hear no Chinese woman say, I don't need a man. You hear no other nationality say, I don't need a man, but the Black community. The Black community said, Black women say, I don't need a man. I could do it by myself. And this is the type of behavior we have. Now you have women who act men and talk back to men that never saw. So what the government started years ago is truly has its effect. And the moral conscience, the common sense of the America has declined. Because I read some of your things and it's simple. It makes sense. And someone still will reply with the most ignorant answer that you can see. And you can't reply back to it because the first thing you say to yourself, what is this person's education level? Because you can't be lowered to a level you have passed already in life. See, when you are here and someone is here and you respond, you have set yourself back years of intellect, years of experiences, life lessons that you go back that you just have to ignore the way people are moving and the way they're thinking. And when you say that, Vlad, that's what crosses my mind. I think about
Negroes really starting to stop talking to this op.
Okay, but okay, Rob, do you have to make it so obvious that a man runs this show? Because everything that you want to know is about a black woman doing this and do a black woman do that. What?
I'm trying.
Y'all gonna make Miss Ann's do a competing show against you, bro?
I think really, I want to do. I do this show because I think I'll be real. I be wanting to come to a resolution. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no resolution.
It has to be a resolution
because y'all continue to believe that the black woman don't want y'all. So ain't no resolution. Here's the thing: if anything, right now in 2022. Black men feel like they on their independent shit and don't need a fucking woman. If you watch social media like y'all think y'all watch social media is telling you a black man say, oh, I don't need you. I can cook, I can clean, I can do this and that and the third. So what I need you for? That's not our trip right now. That's y'all trip.
Ball back in your court.
Oh, come on.
Listen, I don't be wanting this to be a back and forth. I'm
out of it because I'm married.
What's the issue? So do you think what Buddy said is some truth to what he said?
I think he needs to do some self-reflection. You know why? I don't disrespect my black man.
Well,
period.
I think
I put my black man on a pedestal, so I don't know what he's talking about. As well as the females that are around me, the females that I surround myself with, they have the utmost respect for a black man. So what is it about you that's causing you to be disrespected by black women?
Well, and I think that video.
Do you think you own me? Do you think you're going to sideways to me and I'm supposed to do what you say? And if I don't do what you say, then I don't respect the black man?
And he's taking the lowest common denominator and painting with a broad brush. That's what he's doing.
I gotta get his ass together, though.
I think what happened is the title down here says, do black men feel disrespected by black women? What he talked about was the black woman joining the feminist movement.
Yeah.
Throughout that video, which don't have really too much to do with what the title says, because yes, the black woman did join a feminist movement that they shouldn't have joined. They got co-opted, but they got tricked into joining it by white women. And of course,
it wasn't ever made for us.
It was never made for the black woman.
Right.
But they joined in it because the white woman was saying the white man had their foot on their neck. The white man was keeping me from doing this. The white man was keeping me from doing that. But guess what? The black man ain't never kept the black woman from doing shit because the black man ain't had no fucking power. So we ain't never kept the black woman from doing shit. So why they joined the feminist movement, I have no idea. But that's what he was talking about. This do black men feel disrespected by black women? I don't personally. I don't know. I can't speak to that. So, but I just clearing up what he was talking about.
All right, Black. We got to use something besides feminist and feminism in a negative. And we use that in a negative light.
Rob, do you feel disrespected by black women?
I think when you hear a woman say,
I want to clear out. I don't
that
back and forth mumbo jumbo you be doing. I want to clear out.
When you hear a woman say, I don't need a man for nothing.
No. You always.
That ain't what she asked you, brother. You better answer that question directly.
I don't care about they, he, she, or them. Rob, how you feel? Do you feel disrespected by the black woman? You individually.
No, I don't feel disrespected by the black woman, but it's some issue out there. But a lot of men do. A lot of men
Why?
do. So
Why though?
I'm just bringing up the topic, baby. I'm
So I
just
mean,
trying to
we
bring the show.
need
You know
some
what I'm saying?
research as to why they feel this way. So why do they feel that way? What is the case in point that
And,
lead them to
and a
believe
lot
they
of
are
them,
being
and
disrespected by the black
a lot
woman?
of them feel, a lot of them feel like being ignored or being rejected by black women is disrespect, and that's not the same thing.
Absolutely.
And to go along with what the topic says, I agree in some aspects that some black men do feel disrespected by black women and vice versa. The reason why I say that is because of the breakdown that we have in some instances, not everyone, but in some instances, there is a breakdown that there is no communication between a black man and a black woman. And when the
They've never seen
communication
it.
and the communication is, if they do have some form of communication going back to I don't need a man, and the man in the relationship is trying to be the man in the relationship, because everybody has a role to play. Everybody got their role to play in their relationship. It does not mean that I can't be a strong black woman, but if I have a good, solid black man in my life that is a leader, he has a leadership role in our relationship where he leads us in a great direction. Some black men feel disrespected by black women because we have been put in a point of the breakdown of the black family. There is not a black father in the home. There is a single mother that's raising the kids alone. There is society telling this woman that she don't need her husband, or she don't need this black man. We got you. We'll take care of all your needs. You don't have to worry about that. And so then the communication is broke down. And so then when there is a black man, say for instance, there is a single mom that has kids with another man or other men, and then she finally does get a good man in her life and wants to have a relationship or get married and make it a family, and the woman doesn't make room for the man to come in to do that because she's been so used to, I got to do all this on my own, and you can't help me. I'll call my dad, or you can't help me. So then there is a breakdown of disrespect towards the black man because he feels like he doesn't have a place. He doesn't have a place. Where do I fit?
Let me address Karen. Karen want to know, Robert, did someone ask you to talk on this subject? I hope he is here. No one asked me to talk on this subject.
Nobody asked him, Karen. He just always want the black woman to get on here and have to defend herself. Ain't nobody asked him nothing. He get online and say, how can I antagonize a black woman this Tuesday? That's
but let me ask you something though.
This Tuesday.
Rob, you've been hurt.
But let me ask y'all something. You, Latina and Ann.
And I like you don't know my name.
Because we're all in the text group. We all in the text group, and I ask people for subjects to talk about. So
Not
when
we don't say nothing, Karen, this is what he resort to.
No, can I talk? Can I talk, Ann? Can I talk, Ann? Let me talk.
Oh,
for
now
a second.
you want to talk? I can ask you to talk all night. You ain't had nothing to say.
Hey, let him live tonight. Let him live,
This
man.
for old and new, Miss Tina. This for old and new.
So
let him live for a minute.
When no one replied to me about a subject, I get on social media and I stroll through and I see women talking about this and that, and I see men that a man will respond to and say, "Hey,
here's the thing, though, brother. Here's the thing, though, brother.
That might be something I can take to the.
Here's the thing, though. You hear this all year, though. That's the thing. Especially when it starts getting colder, you're gonna start seeing a lot more of that on social media. So
next week we're gonna talk about do black women feel disrespected by black men.
Big on across the screen, just like
number two, Ann hasn't been on the show in weeks, and I figure like I need to get Ann fired up.
Every week that I done missed, you done dragged us. But every week I done missed, I know you done dragged us.
Well,
not last week. Last week we had a really good conversation.
Hey, man, I needed a subject to get her back in the groove, man.
Hey, don't try to tag me in on that.
Tell him to leave you out your
bag. You get the shrapnel. You see that, man?
Hey, Rob, but I think the original where the I don't need a man originates from, it goes back to like the 80s and 90s when the black man was taken out of the home via drugs, the war on drugs, and
That was more the
and
60s
mass
and the 70s.
incarceration. And women had to step up, and they've been put in that situation where they had to leave
Why
to leave
couldn't
the
they
home.
say no?
Why couldn't they say no?
Why couldn't they say no to the government?
No, I didn't necessarily say they was on, government assistance. I'm just saying that
But that's
they
what
were the
welfare
leaders of
was.
their home. Huh?
That was welfare. They say you can't have a man in there. We give you a free check. They should have just said no.
No. You're mistaken, sir. You're mistaken. All women, single mothers, were not on welfare. Not even
I never said
not
nothing
even
about
half
single
of them.
mothers,
That's
though,
not what he
brother.
said.
I
He
said,
said,
why
when
the
you
women
on
say
welfare,
no?
you can't have the nigga in the house.
And we talked
I ain't
about
say
that
nothing about no
last
single
week.
mother.
That only represents a very minute, a very small, minuscule number of black women that didn't have a man in the house. That didn't contribute to the men in the house.
So where the black
Mass
man
incarceration did it.
Right. Oh, correct.
But did that start the downfall?
The
What you
88
say, Rob?
crack laws, the 92 crime bill.
Yeah, those. Yeah, and they flooded our communities with drugs. They strung out mothers, they strung out fathers, and they took black men to jail. There was no. That's what destroyed the black community. Period. That's why women were thrust in the forefront as the leaders. That's why you see that, and then the next generation, that's what they saw. So they don't necessarily know how to function, with a male head of the household.
Is that true, Ann? Y'all don't know how to function with the man head of the household?
He wasn't talking to me.
Not y'all. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got to pull up.
I think a woman should
Don't do
respond
that,
to that.
Rob. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No,
Before
listen.
this man came along, baby, I
We're having a discussion here, y'all.
Don't do that, Rob.
So
Don't
yes,
do that.
we know how, but he got to be a whole man and come in here and take care of it because he can't. That I'm going to do it. But if I got a whole man in here doing it, I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna let him be that whole man that he is. I don't have a problem with a man being a strong black man. That's what I desire you to be. I want to be feminine. I want to relax. I want to be a woman. I don't want to handle it all. I don't want to do it all.
That's all we want. And that's all I want to hear. I want to hear a woman respond to that. That's all I want to hear.
Like what I look like saying, no, I want to pay all these bills. No, I want to change
No,
my
listen, I don't like. Listen, I know.
We got people
I don't want to
fired
pay
up.
all these bills.
It's people fired up right now. Can we please get to this last topic? Oh, can we please get to this last topic?
Oh, y'all not ready.
What's the last topic?
Please, let's get to this last topic.
Is it political?
Yes, Lord.
She about to be out.
Then let's stick on. Let's stay on the disrespect about the black women, because
Oh no, Miss Ma'am, it's about Miss Ma'am. We got about 4 weeks to get this right.
We're gonna go on to the next because I think I want Ann to cool off over there, man.
And y'all done got Ann fired up. She ain't going back in the box now.
Are you trying to say I can't speak politics?
Oh,
I'm gonna cool off because this ain't
We
my
speak
element.
politics every week.
Now y'all think I'm setting y'all women up. Y'all think I keep setting y'all up with these topics like this.
No, you
Rob, I'm not. I don't care. I'm not scared. We gonna talk. We just gonna talk it out and keep on pushing.
And it sounded like you said you ain't know nothing about politics.
That's what he said. That's exactly what he said.
Don't nobody care what Rob talking about.
I didn't say that. Food said that.
Oh, Food, you said I nobody care what Food talking about either. He said that every week.
Food didn't say that.
About politics.
Food didn't say that. People just assume that. You know what I'm saying?
People mean it wrong.
I apologize, Food. Rob trying to throw you in the fire as usual.
Yeah, that was him. That was all him.
Back to Red and Blue. I'm Scott McFarland. The midterms are just weeks away. The CBS News Battleground Tracker poll of Georgia is out today, showing just how tight the races are in Georgia. Yeah, there's this executive director of elections and surveys, Anthony joins us now to break down the numbers. You got the big one sitting right there in the screen. Anthony, break that one down for us.
How you doing, Scott? Look, everybody's watching Georgia. It might decide the Senate. You're right that it's tight. Starts off, look, Warnock has good job approval numbers. He's the incumbent. So why is it tight? Well, first thing I want to show you is we asked people, okay, how do you describe the candidates? Now look at this. Warnock has leads on being described as having a strong moral character, being a good role model by 10 points. And look at this gap. Has the right experience. He's up 52 to 28 over Walker. Okay, so that you might think he'd have a bigger lead, but here's what's going on, Scott. You look at Republicans and the reason they're voting for Walker in large numbers. Check this out. 86% of them say it's to help Republicans control the Senate. So their eyes are on Washington. This is a nationalized vote for them. And that's driving a lot of this, despite the difference in the candidate. The other thing here, I just want to add, we're seeing a lot of abortion impact across the country. Well, it's motivating Democrats. That's underpinning Warnock to some degree, making them more likely to vote. But then I'm going to add this, the economy. And that's something that benefits Walker because he's winning those voters who say the economy is very important. That is a dynamic taking place, not only in Georgia, Scott, but all over the country.
Can I send you back to your first screen? The first breakdown of the disparities between Warnock and.
Okay.
Now,
Okay, I got something to say. Something to say.
Let the host. Can I pose a question? Are you excited? Are you excited about voting in the midterms?
Before you
what would motivate you? Why aren't you motivated, fool?
Controversy sales.
Can Jermaine please play the video that I sent him in the message? That's the big. I want
controversy sales.
I want people to listen to this. I want and tell me what he said that was wrong.
The answer.
We are bottom of the bowl because we are politically ignorant. We vote on emotion, and they keep us emotionally striked up by all this division.
Well, hey, big bro, this is how they got us. I want you to remember this. We chose politics, they chose ownership.
Everybody knew.
I can hear it. It's an echo.
We're just proxies. See, I'm going to say that one more time. We had ownership, then they got us to embrace politics. They still own and control the politics, and we are just proxies to their wealth.
We on the bottom. Y'all don't need to see that.
Okay. Go ahead.
Unmute.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Rob, I sent it to you on the messenger. You play it because it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be that background.
My thing on Facebook, man, it's hard to get to.
Just say what he said. Fool.
Yeah. Sum it up.
The statement that he made is that our people chose politics over ownership. Now, I don't know if that went over a lot of people's heads. The fact of the matter is, as a fucking group, we talk about us as a unit, motherfuckers will fight over voting. You're not getting shit and we don't own shit. That is the problem. They keep on throwing the illusion of us doing this shit and motherfuckers will say, but it takes time, How much longer will it take? That is the fucking issue. As a group, we have to get on code to get on real shit. And voting is not it. That excuse about our ancestors died for it and all that shit, that's all well and good. But as a result of them dying for it, guess what? We still ain't getting shit. You know who wins when motherfuckers go to the polls? The politicians. Because they're going to vote on their interests, not ours. We have to, as a group, start demanding shit for our vote and stop accepting the fucking scraps that they don't even want to give us. That is the fucking issue right there. That's the main issue that nobody wants to touch on.
I agree with you, but to not vote, I think it's the worst thing to do.
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
Once again,
bro, we not getting nothing for it.
Rob,
we
when you make
we have to start bringing our own grassroots candidates up in there.
I agree. That's it right there. That's it. But not voting.
I'm down here in Georgia. I've been spending 2 years trying to educate people not to go vote for Stacey Abrams. She's gonna get black folk killed in this state if she gets in. She already said every other group is her priority except us. But when it comes to us, she want to prop up black men and say, "Oh, if I win, I'm gonna win off the back of black male votes.
Is
Yet
Kemp?
you-
What does Kemp? What does Kemp provide the black people of Georgia?
Here we go once again.
Okay.
I
would rather hang on. I would rather take Kemp for another 4 years. Wait a minute. I would rather take Kemp for another 4 years than put Stacey in there for 8 years and erase us. I can deal with Kemp for another 4 years.
She can't erase
right now.
you,
I'm
man.
mitigating what
do
he's
that.
doing to black folks. Black folks in this state are mitigating what he's doing right now. You put Stacey in there, she's going to ramp up our erasure out of this state. I don't think people understand. She is actively right now, her and Warnock, building a facility 10 minutes where I live, $300 million of our taxpayer dollars in this state to go build a facility where she could go train over 50,000 cops. You think they're going to send that to Alpharetta and Milton and Hiram and them? No, they're coming to where black folks are, the west side, the east side, Decatur, Lithonia. That's what she's on. She cares about the Asians. She cares about the LGBT. She cares about the white liberals. She don't care about black folks. And she said this because I know partners who went up to her campaign stops and specifically asked her, are you for reparations for black descendants of American slavery? She said no. Why the hell are we voting for that?
Now,
when I can watch Kemp in Atlanta talk to black business owners and them black business owners actually ask him the tough questions, and he sits there and gives them the answers and said, "We're gonna hold you to this."
So
now you tell me who I should vote for after that.
That facility that she's building, that they're building, is for cops.
Yes, sir.
That's not for. It's not for Atlanta Police Department.
That's for the entire state. That's Atlanta cops. That's for Atlanta cops, the little municipalities, and Georgia State Patrol.
Okay, so won't those cops do a better? Won't that help them do a better job in College Park, in Bankhead, in Riverdale?
No,
and all
not
that?
if you're sending them out there after 6 months. That's what we're dealing with now. You saw what happened in Texas. You just saw what happened in Texas with that cop that shot that boy in McDonald's. Just for opening his door, he shot him. You want more of that in Atlanta? I don't need more Rayshon Brooks down here, brother. I don't need that.
You're right.
We went through that for 2 years down here.
Isn't that's why they're building? They're giving them more training so they don't do that, right?
It's not more training. She's training new cops. It's not more training. These are new cops they're trying to put on the street. These cops they either have none training or they were in the military with gang ties. It's not about retraining these cops.
I want to touch.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
You can go look it up, brother.
I will. Trust me, I will.
I want to touch on something that Kid Gravity said because I want to piggyback off of this, and I'm saying this to all of our people because I'm pretty sure it's a bunch of us watching this show, especially that lives in Atlanta. Whether it actually goes through or not, when we talk about the subject of reparations, when the candidates that are supposed to be for us get asked that question and their immediate answer is no, that is a fucking red flag. So the fact that he said that about Stacey Abrams, and
Warnock too.
No, hold up. And I just witnessed it with Warnock, with Marcel Dixon, who specifically went up there and asked him, and he egged him like he never asked him a question. And in the meantime, Warnock sat there for about 3 minutes and talked to a white woman in front of him.
Don't forget that he turned his back on that man.
That right there is an issue. And once again, when it comes to a chance to hold our elected officials accountable, this is an instance. Because bottom line, this has been a proven fact throughout history. All skin folk ain't kinfolk.
How does Herschel Walker feel about reparations?
Once again, here we go. Once again, I'm talking about the group that consistently votes for Democrats. My point is the candidate that's
black folk ain't gonna vote for Herschel like that.
The candidates that allegedly votes that's supposed to be for us, they aren't for us. And when I see me personally, when I see motherfuckers ain't for us, fuck them. Point blank, period, in the story. Because you're not gonna.
You're right. Fuck Herschel. Fuck him.
But here's the thing, brother. We're not voting for Herschel. That's where y'all get missed. Black folk ain't gonna vote for Herschel. Herschel's gonna win off the back of white folk.
Let me play this.
Tuberville hit the stage at former President Trump's rally in Nevada last night, and Well, let's just roll the tape.
They want crime because they want to take over what you got. They want to control what you have. They want reparation because they think the people that do the crime are owed that. Bullshit. They are not owed that.
Oh, wow.
And just to be clear, they want reparation because they think that.
Okay, so that's sort of opposition with reparations.
Once again,
That's the people. That's the people y'all are propping up.
What, hold up. Wait a minute.
Whoa,
Wait a minute. Once again, be very, very clear with what I said. When our people say no to reparations, guess who they sound like? That motherfucker who was just on a fucking video. That's the fucking problem.
And that's who Kemp with. That's who Kemp with.
What? Once again, I don't give a fuck who's Kemp with.
Wait a minute.
Hang
on. I can refute that easily.
Hold up, kid. The one people that I care about who's with somebody is the motherfuckers who's with us. The bottom line is it's been proven right there in our
Who the hell is us? You ain't even vote with us.
What? Once again, I'm talking about our fucking people.
You ain't even vote with us.
Vote for Warnock and fucking Stacey Abrams. They not for us. Fuck them. They can kiss my ass. They ain't shit.
So with the opposition, who gonna win then?
Hang on. Play that video I just sent you in the private chat. You tell me if he for us.
The point I'm making while he queuing up this video is we gotta stop voting on fucking emotion. We need results. Stop voting on symbolism. We need actual tangibles.
Brother, I did a whole thread. I did a whole thread on Sunday exposing what Stacey Abrams did not do and what she's going to do to this state.
You post this commercial you post, right?
Look who's in that commercial.
Let's see, how can I get this? I know what he said, look at this. Well, see, we gonna do tit for tat, man. Or what?
That ain't tit for tat. You said this is who we propping up. I want y'all to see who he with.
772 billion of these.
That's the racist that was just on the screen. Who the hell is that?
Half of America's peanuts.
By the way,
So
I looked up
Let me
reparations
know.
on there. He ain't with it.
That's why I partnered with a Republican senator from Alabama to eliminate the regulations and stand up for farmers. I'm Raphael Warnock, and I approve this message because I'll do anything if it means helping Georgia. Now that's really nuts.
So how come Warnock did not condemn that man for what he said? Because I went down his Twitter. He never said a word about it.
I have no idea. You have to ask Warnock that.
Nah, but see, once again,
But that's what I
vitriol was
mean.
just there about
Let that would have been Kemp. Let that would have been Kemp. Y'all would have been asking that man to condemn that man.
Look at it like this, bro. Politicians suck. I agree with y'all. All of them suck, right? So, like Fu always say, it's a matter of voting for horse shit and dog shit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't vote for if you don't vote for the dog shit, you're gonna vote for the horse shit.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
hell no.
Hell
Hell no. You gonna quote me right. I said on one side is horse shit, on the other side is dog shit. I don't vote for shit. That's what I said. Don't forget the last part.
But here's the thing about that. You're gonna get one of the shits. Whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not,
Yeah,
you get shit.
you
You're
sure
gonna
are.
get
You
one of the
gonna
shits.
Hang
It doesn't
on. Can I
matter.
can I answer that question that came in?
Wait a minute. It
Hang
doesn't
on,
matter how
brother.
much shit you're gonna get.
Let me answer that question that came in on Facebook. That last one that just came in. So you asked, what's the solution? The solution is to do grassroots candidates, people that are for the interest of your people. You think white folk don't cultivate their own people? Yes, they do. They start them from the neighborhood and send them on their way up. That's what we got to do. We got to get those type of candidates in there. We can't be relying on the people they give us. The DNC gave us Stacey. What's going to end up happening is, folks, in 4 weeks when she loses, that's fine. We're going to take that as a win. But right now, how I'm thinking, November 9th, I expect her to be on that Democrat national debate stage next year. That's already in the cards. I've got to make sure she don't get there. She got to be toxic. Warnock, same thing. He might have ambitions of that. He might be trying to go for governor if he loses. We have to expose these people.
So tell me what's going to happen to Georgia if Stacey Abrams and Warnock get elected?
Okay, black folks.
Tell me what you
let
think.
me lay it on you. Okay,
What's going to happen?
I bet
to
nobody's
the
ever
country
thought of it
if-
like this.
If they get the Senate, they take over all the House.
Do you
Senate and the
understand that every race in this country has a city they can claim except them Asians?
Yeah.
Stacey has been working for a decade and a half, working with them Asians to get Atlanta. Most people don't know that. I have to credit NBC News the night that Biden and Harris got certified for exposing that. She was on their radio station for 10 years telling them what's going on when she was a city council member. She didn't tell that to black folks. That same article, they went down to Riverdale. And if anybody knows Georgia, Riverdale, that's where they all hang out. That and Chamblee Dunwoody. They said they're coming for Atlanta. 2 weeks ago, they were on Fox 5 down here. You know what the Asian business owner said in front of all them cameras with Dustin Hillis standing right there? She blamed the crime going on in Atlanta for the late night trade. That's the clubs and the late night restaurants staying open. Who owns most of that? Us. They want those businesses. They want Atlanta to be non-black. They want Atlanta. They couldn't get New York. They couldn't get Philly. They couldn't get San Francisco. They couldn't get LA. They couldn't get Texas. They couldn't get Chicago. They couldn't get Detroit. They couldn't get Boston. They couldn't get Miami. They're looking at Atlanta because they know if they get Atlanta, they can run the Southeast.
Okay,
that's why I don't want Stacey in there.
You sound. This is what you sound like. Stacey then rallied all black folks together. She rallied the black folks together to get them to vote for her, so she can go in and completely forget about black folks who gets in.
Yes.
And destroy black folks in Atlanta when she's in. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, sir. And she's already proven it.
Oh.
She goes to every other group, goes to all their
I don't know if
and lays out tangibles of what she's going to do for them. She comes to us. She gives us word salad and symbolism.
You breaking up, BT?
Universe. It's the universe. It's all the universe. I'm actually looking. That's the universe talking.
Brother, I can send you the thread.
I see the article
and universe.
Calm down, BT.
I mean, is it all
2018, that woman admitted to everyone that she was going to raise taxes in this state. She was a proponent of that. How is that supposed to help black folks in the mecca of black empowerment? How does that help us? Stuff is already expensive down here.
On the raising taxes on the upper class
raising
or
taxes.
the lower and middle class?
Everybody. Especially the middle class. Everybody.
They don't do that. No one does that.
She admitted
it does. No one raises taxes afford. Either the middle class and the lower class takes the brunt,
brother, is they say they're going to do it on the rich. But here's the trick bag. You're right. They don't say that. They say they're going to raise it on the rich. They always say that. It's always the corporations need to pay their fair share and all the rich folk need to pay their fair share. She's going to be running. She wants to run a state where the majority of rich folk that are black, they make boatloads of money down here. We already know this. Alpharetta, Sandy Springs. I could keep naming these places. You raise taxes on black folks. How does that help us? Because we already know white folk, they'll just say, okay, I'm not going to live in Alpharetta no more. I'm going to go down to Macon and pay less taxes. You make it in Atlanta, you're not going to stay in Decatur unless it's certain parts. You're going to want to go to Druid Hills. You're going to want to go to Alpharetta. You're going to want to go to Milton, Woodstock. What's the one with the A? I forget it. I forget the name of it. Ackworth. That's where you want to go because you want to be up there. You want to be around the elites. If I'm paying, why should I go pay more taxes because I busted my ass to provide for my family? But you're going to give tax breaks to all these other groups, especially them Asians.
You can't give
Does that
tax
seem
breaks.
Does that seem fair?
You can't give tax breaks to Asians. You can't
She's
do that.
already said she'd do it.
You
promised
can only
them
give tax breaks to people in certain
Okay, let
tax
me ask
brackets.
you a question then, brother. Okay, so were you aware last year when them Asians got killed down here, right? You're aware of that?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay. How did they get $50 million from Biden and a anti-hate task force? No, that nobody had to go to the Senate and say, "Hey, we need this." He just signed it with a pen.
All right, you're right.
All we've been asking for
it's the
decades
same way.
is
It's the
just
same
give us
way
those same
Obama got it
provisions, and we got
the hate
to
crime
fight
bill.
for it.
It's the same
What's
way.
that?
Same way Obama got it for the hate crime bill for black folks.
What hate crime bill did we get?
The hate crime bill, crime bill, the
Which
one that paved the way for the Asian hate bill. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. All it did was loop Asians into it.
But what's the name of it so I could go look it up?
The hate crime bill.
You talking about the anti-lynching bill?
Obama's hate crime bill.
Are you talking about the anti-lynching bill?
No.
Which
the hate crime bill.
About?
The hate crime bill of 2009, I believe.
Hey, I'm gonna say my part shot because the parting shot's up there.
Yeah. We'll continue this another time. You know what I'm saying? After the Democrat clean house.
Get their asses whooped. Go ahead.
I'm no longer going to debate about
Oh yeah, let me let Kid Gravity know what we're doing, man. This is part comment, man. The end of the show, man. Everybody say what they're gonna say, and we're gonna cut up out of here, man. Go ahead, Jermaine.
I'm no longer going to debate about Republican, Democrat, and all this stuff because it makes no sense. I'm just say, and I think I've said this a couple times on the show, but I'll say it. I'll echo it again. And no disrespect to anybody who's ever been in a relationship like this, but the relationship that that Black people in the Democratic has had with the Democratic Party is an abusive relationship. And I've known people who've been in abusive relationships, and they come up with every excuse. Well, he only beats me on Tuesday. Or well, he only does. Or he's nice. Well, he bought me some shoes, so we good this week. And it's always something that's really nothing. He not gonna stop whipping my ass. That ain't gonna stop. Right. But he gonna be nice to me sometime. The one thing we have to realize is that whenever you identify with something, you have to defend it. This is why they want you to be Republican or Democrat so bad, because all they have to do is present some opposite than what you align to, and they can get you to argue, and they can get you to divide. All this shit is about divide and conquer. Read The Art of War. It's about divide and conquer. Republican, Democrat, neither one of them are beholden to American people. So you can say, oh, the Democrats are this, the Republicans are this. We're going to go back to slavery. Well, okay, if that's what you subscribe to, then you subscribe to that. What I'm telling you is that if we the middle class is done. If we don't do something unified together, if we don't, we can at least just say, hey, for one voting cycle, we're not going to, if we don't get this, we're not voting for you. If we don't do that for one voting cycle, we're done. Y'all have a good night.
I'm a speak.
All right, my brother.
I'm speak my piece. I want to go second because I gotta finish up what I was doing. I have been saying this since I found out she was running. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that Stacey Abrams does not get elected. And the reason why I said it, and I still say it, and now that I found out about this makes it even better. I live and moved down here for a peace of mind, a new start, this, that, whatever. And since I've been here, I love the fact that I made this decision.
Okay.
Over the past 2 years, I've seen what has happened in California, and I've seen what has happened in New York. And I said it from the beginning, and I'm going to stand by it. If Stacey Abrams gets elected, Georgia will be just like California and New York. The one thing about Georgia that nobody can object to, no matter what political affiliation you rock with or what color you are, is that we have our quote unquote freedom. They will leave you the fuck alone. We are adults. We're supposed to be able to live our lives the way we want to live our lives. Government should not be jumping in your household, in your bedroom, for your medical freedom or anything else. If you live in a southern state, the one thing about it is you're going to have your freedom. So bottom line is, throw the red and the blue out of the equation. Ask yourself, do you want to live your life, or do you want the government telling you what the fuck to do? If you want that, have at it. But I know for me, fuck Stacey Abrams. And on the Senate side, like, mind you, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm going to vote for Brian Kemp. On the Senate side, with Herschel Walker's dumb ass and Warnock's non-supportive ass, I'm writing my name in. So, kid, when it's time to vote,
you can't write your name in.
How the fuck? What are you talking about?
No, you can.
What kind of boots y'all got?
Because
they do write-ins. Yeah, they do write-ins.
That's called.
You can do it right in.
I can vote for whoever the fuck I want. So when I go in that booth, I'm gonna type in Jerome A. Fitz. Kid Gravity, do me a favor, vote for me so I can get 2 votes. Because bottom line is, once again, on one side is dog shit, on the other side is horse shit. I don't vote for shit. Herschel Walker to me is dumber than a rock. He ain't getting my motherfucking vote. Warnock showed that he don't give a fuck about us. I'm not voting for him. As far as Kemp and Stacey Abrams, my biggest thing with that is Kemp ain't bothering me. He doing what he been doing. I fuck with you. Stacey Abrams has shown me who she is, and she keeps on showing. Fuck her. I'm good. I don't care about nothing else. But what I care about is my motherfucking freedom. And Juanita, since you asked that question, my legal name is Jerome Alfuquan Fitz. That's what the A stand for, Alfuquan. So y'all have a good night.
What y'all doing tomorrow, Fu?
We don't know. We haven't solidified it yet because the guy that was talking on that little clip that we did is Kevin Jenkins. We don't want to follow up that show last week. That was real powerful. By doing something just kind of regular. We seen if we can get him back on, but he travels a lot. So we're working on that. We don't know if we're going to do something, but for everybody out there watching, we have our podcast, Unplug FYM. If you don't know this, FYM stands for Free Your Mind. Our original YouTube channel got terminated because we got 3 strikes. So now it's Unplug FYM. So we're doing our best to build up our subscribers like we had before. Y'all have a good night, and make sure y'all go subscribe to Kid Gravity's podcast. He'll give you all the details.
Oh, okay, my turn. I'd like to go. Okay. I'm from Texas, but this is what I do know about this is what I do know about the state of Georgia. State of Georgia spends more money on prisons than they do on education. Now, if you want to rock with Kemp and keep that investment in prisons, in private prisons, well, keep on. Well, you know what? Do you know what that means? All right. Private prisons means that there's an incentive on getting prisoners. All right. And how are you going to do that? That's when you lock up young black men in the state of Georgia for petty stuff, from everything from marijuana to pills to whatever. You know, it's not the opioid crisis and all that, that rehab and all that and counseling doesn't work for black. They go to jail. They go to jail in Georgia. Okay, Stacey Abrams, she's gonna invest more in education. Now, what you invest in is what what you reap is what you sow. So if you put more money into education, you're gonna build a better society. But if you put more money into prison, you're gonna invest in more prisoners. Okay, Georgia, that's the way you're going with Kemp. Kemp is a plantation owner. That's what he is, and he runs the state like a plantation owner. Continue. I mean, if you like that, if you're good with that, God bless you. God bless you. But I'm telling you, that's not the way I rock. That's not the way I want from my people. Even though Georgia, I ride for my people in Texas. I still love people for Georgia. I don't want to see you guys continue the school to prison pipeline. Stacey Abrams is vowing to destroy that. That's good enough for a vote for me. If I lived in Georgia, she would get my vote. People, do the right thing on November the 8th. I love y'all.
All right, peace out, my brother. Appreciate the passion. I like that passion right there, man. Go scroll. Unmute yourself, Latina.
That's right. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go so I can get on out the way. It was a really good. All the topics were great tonight. Sorry I popped in late, but got things to do. But I think that you should make your own decisions, and if you choose to vote, vote for who you feel is the best going to represent what you feel like they're going to represent. If they're not representing what you feel like they should represent, then don't vote for them. And that's just simple. I can't speak on what's happening in Georgia because I don't live in Georgia, but I wish y'all the best there. I got to worry about what's happening in my own state. However, I make those decisions and look at what I think is best for me. And as far as Black men and Black women having positive relationships, please make sure that you work on yourself. Heal yourself before you take all that to someone else. Nobody has to put up with your baggage. They don't have to. And I'll give y'all a little poem for Ali.
Let's do it.
I'm a spoken word artist in Oklahoma City. You can follow me at Latina Life and Love Notes on Facebook and on Instagram. The death sentence of love had me doing unlawful time as if I had committed several crimes. Giving myself to the wrong brother, giving myself like no other, setting up in the jail cell of my heart chained to the past of lust that didn't last. You see, they didn't want me. This 5'6" queen was entertaining. Seeking my king was entertaining peasants. Not wanting to be alone left me lonely on this throne of lust. The lust, the lies were only a disguise. The smiles and frowns hidden behind a number of corrections had me living sentences like a felon. You see, the death sentence of love could be fatal, it could be final, or we could just do life together. Peace.
All right, then. Let me give you some.
Good night.
What y'all do? Y'all do that right now.
I appreciate the platform, Rob. I'll holler at y'all next week.
Appreciate you coming on, sharing what you can share, baby. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That's what it's all about. Everyday people show, man. Everybody welcome on this show.
Absolutely.
All right, Kid Gravity. What's up, bro? Appreciate you coming on the show, man. You know what I'm saying? I see you got your setup right there. You do a podcast too?
Yes, sir. I do a YouTube channel called Kid Gravity Beyond. I do politics and social commentary. That's my lane. I appreciate you bringing me on. First off, thank you. I will say this. I'm down here in Georgia. I really can't speak for other states. I just know where I'm cultivating my roots. I left New York City like Food did because of its restrictions that it had up there during, what we just ended, according to Biden just now. I don't say the word on here. I came down here because, like Food, it gave me a peace of mind. I always wanted to come to Georgia. And my wife and I, we made pretty decent living down here. But I also knew that Stacey Abrams was in the back of my mind. She was going to come back. I even made a bet with my wife. I said she'd be back by February. Coincidentally, she said she was running in February. I don't trust this woman. And the reason why I go hard on her is because she's run around with a foundation called the New Georgia Project that says that she's supposed to be for Black people, yet she's propping up everybody else, but using us as her political mascots. We can't have that anymore. What you played earlier with CNN, the entire political landscape in this country is looking at this state, and that's how it's going to move for 2 years until the presidential election. We need to make sure we get this right. I understand Food's and Maine's frustrations. If you don't get what you want, don't vote. I get that. I'm a pro-voting advocate. Go vote. Make your voice heard. You don't vote because you don't like the candidates. As long as you got the information all through, I don't have a problem with you. But if you're not going to go just because you say, hey, they're selected, not elected, I got a problem with that. Because you're making an ill-informed decision. and you're going to potentially pass that down to other people. But again, if you want to go down that route, more power to you. I can't have Stacey running this state when she has her New Georgia project actively telling students in schools that voting laws are restrictive. Yet we just saw these primaries, they had record turnout. You got to stop lying to the people. You can't. We're past the age where you play emotional politics. And she's seeing this because every time we post something, she posts something up, we're refuting what she says, and people are listening. That's what we have to do. We have to get her out of the paint and start growing our grassroots candidates. We got 2 years. We can get this done. People like Marcel Dixon, that's the blueprint. They're out there. We have to find them. It doesn't matter if it's local, state, or federal. We got to go get them. That's the only way we're going to get what we need and have some significant power, because they're trying to replace us. They're trying to bring all the illegals in and make us number 4. We can't have that. If we're number 4, we have no power in this country. So I'm imploring y'all, go vote. But if you're not going to go vote, please do the research and send it to your people that are going to vote so they can go in there with a clear mind and a clear conscience and know what to do. Because our survival in this state rests on what happens in 4 weeks. But y'all can check me out on Kid Gravity Beyond. I espouse that more. I don't want to espouse too much on here because I need the views. Hey, yeah, I'm almost at 2,000. I need to get to 2,000.
On this show, man, we promote people who come on the show. So you can promote all you want to.
I appreciate y'all letting me on, and I'm going to go rest for the night.
Go to our Facebook page, man, and post.
Oh, I ain't got Facebook no more. I got off of that. Yeah, all I got is Twitter and YouTube. I have Instagram, but I don't even use it anymore. I might just delete it, but it is.
Well, anyway, brother, we appreciate you coming on, man. You come on anytime you want to. It's an Everyday People show. This is the only show where everybody can come on and share what you want to share, man. This is what we're setting up here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody restricted from coming on. Just be respectful to other people's comments, and that's all we ask. You're welcome to come on anytime.
All right. Well, y'all enjoy y'all night and stay safe out there.
All right, brother. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. This is what we got to say goodbye to everybody. I appreciate everybody for commenting. I appreciate for everybody who came in on the show live to chop it up with your boys and girls, man. I appreciate it. Like I say, this is the Everyday People show. Go join us our Facebook page, Everyday People Show. Start a conversation, man. We'll chop it up on the show next week. You want to do that, and go to our Overflow Everyday People show on YouTube, and you can watch this show again. You can watch past shows that we've had. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, we appreciate it. Thank y'all for tuning in. Love y'all. Y'all can't do nothing about it. See y'all next week, 7:30 Eastern. No, 7 o'clock. I forgot what time on show is. 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We can chop it up. Y'all, if y'all got something y'all want us to talk about, holler at your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Shoot your boy a DM. Shoot your boy an inbox. Hey, let's talk about this next week. I think it'd be great to talk about. And you can come on and we can chop it up. That's how we do it. So till next week, peace out. Love y'all. And guess what? You can't do nothing about it. Peace out.